coming up next year is our pick for Best Actress, and this is a category, I think where, I can't remember, did we butt heads about this big time last year? I don't think we did.
Yeah, because you said Gabourey Sidibe and I said Meryl Streep.
Yes.
And the whole thing was about Sandra Bullock.
Yes, yes, of course, and she was a big favorite, but at least we both disagreed on the favorite. Yes, that much is true. This is the part of the show where we both really got to
This will
each
be
other.
Interesting.
Yes, to say the least. Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready for yours.
Nominees.
Oh yes, okay, nominees. I'm sorry, getting ahead of myself. I'm a little anxious. Okay, we got Annette Bening in The Kids Are All Right, Nicole Kidman in Rabbit Hole, Jennifer Lawrence in Winter's Bone, Natalie Portman in Black Swan, and Michelle Williams in Blue Valentine.
Now this might not be that one.
And we got Natalie Portman in Black Swan.
Naturally, she was my favorite right from the beginning. Right when I saw this movie, I was like, she's going to win. And she deserves it. I mean, after I watched, well, I've seen half of Winter's Bone, but enough to, get the gist of Jennifer Lawrence's performance. And I was actually really impressed with her, and I'd like to see more of her to come. If Natalie Portman didn't kick ass as much as she did in Black Swan, I would definitely say that Jennifer Lawrence deserves it. But Natalie Portman just owned this role, and she became the dancer, literally. She had to train extensively. And she was actually picked to play this role like 7 years ago or something.
Yes.
And,
yes.
But there was problems with getting the script going, getting the story just the way that Darren Aronofsky wanted it to be. And finally she said to him, "I'm getting too old to play a dancer, you better hurry up." And
she's almost 30, yeah.
She's almost 30 years old, she's moving on, with her life. She's getting married, she has a kid on the way and everything. She did this movie at the exact right time for her career and for her. And she killed it. She she took risks. I don't even really like Natalie Portman. She's not one of my favorite actresses.
Right.
But she was awesome in this film, and she was engaging and creepy, and she just stole the show. She was awesome. Sometimes
an Oscar's got to put personal preferences aside in terms of how you feel about the actor themselves or actress, and that happens to me a lot. Sometimes an actor or actress I never care for goes beyond what I ever thought they could have, and they give you something like this.
Yeah, she definitely surprised me, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Now I just got to reach for mine here.
Especially for such a dark role.
It was, absolutely.
Because she's not really a dark person, so okay.
No, she's not.
Actress.
Here we go.
And Natalie Portman. Wow, this is like...
This is weird. This is actually starting to scare me now.
Yeah. Okay.
But yes, I have a complete agreement. She really went beyond her comfort zone, which we're used to seeing her. And
you can tell when she's, not because she's uncomfortable, but it fits with the role because the role is uncomfortable.
Exactly.
So she fits it perfectly.
Yes, and here's the thing with Natalie Portman. She's stepped out in different types of movies, but never different types of roles. As in, she can do a different kind of movie that kind of, is a little eclectic and a little different from what we're used to.
Closer, for example.
Yeah, but then again, she wasn't really going leaps and bounds over her normal comfort zone.
No.
And the way she just takes this on, it almost scares me how good she was here. I mean, the role itself, in my opinion, was more terrifying than any teen slasher pick could be, and even her performance. And I just think I can never look at her the same way again.
That's true.
I can't. No. Even seeing her in a film,
I definitely have a lot more respect for her.
Absolutely. Even seeing her in a film like No Strings Attached, it's just hard to look at her as that sweet girl again.
Yeah. Why would I go see that?
Well,
why would I watch
it's actually
that
a decent film, but nowhere near as good as Black Swan here, obviously.
No.
And again, it's just the way she put it all together. The way that she just went in there. It was bold. It was aggressive. But at the same time, though, she didn't drown out what was going on in the movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
And occasionally in a role like this, that happens. Obviously, Aronofsky made this, he had this for her. Yeah. This was made for her to do. Yeah. And the fact that he had faith in her from the get-go just shows what a good director he is thinking, because she was already big by around 2002, 2003 at this point, I guess, when Aronofsky had this in his head. But at the same time, though, she hadn't really shown much of the boldness that she shows here. Yeah. And it's also very psychological. She used a lot of her mental prowess to make this movie work. It wasn't just with the dialogue. No. That's what made her stand out above the others here. And again, I have to give credit to Annette Bening as well as Jennifer Lawrence. They were both very good in their roles in their movies. Both tremendous movies themselves. Winter's Bone and The Kids Are All Right. I feel that just the way that Portman uses her psychology in this film is what made her stand above the rest. There's always that one little thing.
It was again, they were here and she was just over them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So not good for her. And coming up next, will the streak keep going? Our pick for Best Actor.